Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So reportedly now, Manchester United are willing to pay up to £136 million for the pursuit of Gareth Bale and Anton Greizeman, because we know that Jose Mourinho, basically has to sell before he can buy. Reportedly, Jose Mourinho's in search of quite a few players, as a few players could leave, and reportedly, Jose Mourinho's in search of a creative winner. He failed to get the pursuit of even Perisic back in August. We know he failed to get Gareth Bale in August as well, and Jose Mourinho's been interested in quite a few creative winners in the current process, as we all know. But reportedly, Manchester United are willing to pay up to 100. And Edward was planning to put £136 million in for Griezmann and Gareth Bale in the current process. But I'm suggesting out now is about Anton Griezmann, as we all know that. Manchester United were heavily linked with Anton Greizeman during the August window, but due to Atletico Madrid's transfer ban, we didn't get a deal over the line for the current player, and he does have a release clause, and it is £89 million next summer, is Anton Greizeman's release clause. But reportedly, it did say the other day in the press that Barcelona had agreed a deal in principle to sign Anton Greizeman next summer, and it did say Greizeman had agreed in principle to join Barcelona, as we all know. And it did say the other day in the press reportedly, that Manchester City had reportedly, been in talks with Atletico Madrid. And it also said that Pep Guardiola had been in talks, with Anton Greizeman over potentially making a transfer to Manchester City in the current process as well. But reportedly, it has suggested out basically now that Griezmann, we know, is on our radar. And reportedly, Man United are willing to put £136 million in for Griezmann and Gareth Bale. And reportedly, it has suggested out that Manchester United have approached Griezmann's representatives in the current process. So there has been discussions between Manchester United and Atletico Madrid as well in the current process. So basically, Griezmann's been on our radar. He estimated 6 out of 10 that he was going to come to Old Trafford in the August window, but due to Atletico Madrid's transfer ban, we never got a deal over the line for Griezmann. He scored 28 goals in La Liga last season, did Atletico Madrid, and he did say basically Griezmann he regretted the decision that he did not join Manchester United, did Griezmann. So he has regretted this situation as Anton Griezmann. He's good leading the lines, he's a good attacking player, can play attacking mid, can play on the wings, and can play up front as well, can Griezmann. So he would be fantastic for Manchester United, would Anton Griezmann, and he is a fantastic number 7. As I said, we haven't had a fantastic, we haven't had a good number 7 for quite a long time, as we all know in the current process, but he did estimate 6 out of 10 he was going to come to Old Trafford with Griezmann. He's got a lot of experience of being in Spain, so it would be good to see Griezmann, come and experience the Premier League. As I said, he risen up the ranks of Real Sociedad. He won the title with Real Sociedad. He scored 52 goals in just over 2 century appearances for Real Sociedad as well. Very, very good in Euros. Very, very good for France. And and he's seen there with France. He got France to the quarter-finals back in 2014. So he has got a good pedigree as Antoine Griezmann in the current process. But he did say he did regret the decision that he did not join Manchester United in the process. But Jose Mourinho has identified him as a target. Man United. He's still basically on Manchester United's radar as Griezmann. Jose Mourinho's got quite a few players on his radar, as we all know in the current process. But he did say the other day that he's on Barcelona's agenda. He's not Barcelona's main priority target, because we know Barcelona's main priority target is Coutinho. But reportedly, he did say the other day that Griezmann had agreed a deal in principle to join Barcelona, as we all know. But as I said, Manchester United, reportedly Ed Woodward as well is planning to put £136 million in for Griezmann and Gareth Bale. And we know with the Gareth Bale situation, as I said, it did say Real Madrid are looking to offload the player, due to his injuries with Real Madrid, because we know that Gareth Bale is injury prone. We know that he's injury prone with Real Madrid. We know the Real Madrid board have been under pressure to basically, sanction Gareth Bale off, due to his injuries. And we know he's under contract with Real Madrid until 2022. And it did say Man United are willing to make a third attempt, to get Gareth Bale, because obviously, we tried getting him in the David Moyes era. We tried getting him in 2016, and also we were prepared to pay up to £100 million for him back in the August window as well. But we never got a deal over the line for Bale, because he did suggest, that he was happy in Spain, Gareth Bale, because he is Premier League proven. He has got experience now playing in Spain as Gareth Bale, but we know he's suffered a lot of injuries, and he's missed Real Madrid's last 40 games out of 60, due to injury. He's got a latest injury now. He's been sidelined since September now for Real Madrid as Bale, as we all know. But as I said, he visited the ranks of Southampton. He had 6 fantastic years with Tottenham as well. You know, made 146 appearances and scored 42 goals for Tottenham as well. And with Real Madrid, he's won 10 honours. You know, he's won 3 Champions Leagues in 4 seasons. When he's fully fit, he's absolutely fantastic. He's good at crossing. His physical attributes are very, very good. He's distinctive in his play, and he can put balls into the box. Can Gareth Bale as well. So Jose Mourinho, you know, looking to, you know, strengthen the creative wing position. I think, you know, Griezmann would look fantastic in the mix. You know, be a fantastic number 7. We've got that number 7 vacant, and he's got a fantastic relation with Paul Pogba as well as Antoine Griezmann. Gareth Bale, as I said, we know he's injury prone, so that may concern Manchester United in a way that he's injury prone, but very, very good player, you know, when he's fully fit. He's a Gareth Bale, so Manchester United could make a move for him next summer, as we all know, but very, very good for Wales. Welsh Footballer of the Year record 6 times, second top goal scorer for Wales, and in Euro 2016, actually, you know, he was the top scorer for Wales, you know, was Gareth Bale in the current process as well, and he's won Premier League Player of the Season, you know, Football of the Year, PFA quite a few times, you know, when he was in the Premier League, Gareth Bale as well. But Real Madrid are looking to offload him, as I said, looking to generate some funds and find a replacement for Gareth Bale as well in the current process. But as I said, you know, a few Manchester United players could leave as well. As he updated you today basically about the Luke Shaw situation, Danny Rose, it did say Man United are willing to offer 40 million plus Luke Shaw in exchange for Danny Rose. So reportedly saying, you know, there could be a swap deal involved, you know, Luke Shaw to Tottenham, Danny Rose to Manchester United, and plus Man United offer £40 million as well, because Luke Shaw, you know, straight with lack of game time he's getting at Man United. He's probably now 4th, 5th choice left back now, and since he's come to Man United, you know, Luke Shaw has found it difficult. You know, he's only played 32 times for the club since he's been at Manchester United as Luke Shaw. We know he risen up the ranks with Southampton, you know, fantastically well, and basically maybe keen on reuniting with Pochettino. Luke Shaw, you know, if they were fantastic to get together at Southampton, obviously, before Pochettino, you know, went to Tottenham in the current process. But Luke Shaw still under contract with Manchester United until 2019. He made his international debut, you know, for England in 2014. We purchased him for £29 million from Southampton, but he has found it difficult at Manchester United. And he did say the other week in the press he fears his career could be over after a fallout with Jose Mourinho as well as Luke Shaw in the current process. And he hasn't played in the Premier League this season. Luke Shaw has only played in the Carabao Cup this season as well. But I think Danny Rose is a favoured, you know, player to go on and replace Luke Shaw, and there could be a potential swap deal involved. And it did say Man United willing to offer 40 million plus Luke Shaw as well for us to go on and get Danny Rose in the current process. And as I said, you know, Danny Rose is a player that's under contract till 2021. He did miss the Arsenal-Tottenham game, did Danny Rose, because Pochettino didn't think he was fully fit. And he's been injured for quite a while. He was out about 9-10 months with Danny Rose, but as I said, been at Tottenham 10 years, you know, he's been at quite a few teams on loan as well, and he'd be a fantastic replacement for Luke Shaw. We know he's injury prone like Luke Shaw, but his attacking instinct's good, his defensive distribution's very, very good, and, you know, he started his career with Leeds as well, and he's been on loan at quite a few teams as Danny Rose. He's become more regular in the Tottenham team in the 2012-2013 season, as I said. And, you know, he did say basically he doesn't want to. He said back in August, you know, the interview we gave, he doesn't want to play, you know, football 15 years without one trophy or one medal. And, you know, some of these Tottenham players may want to leave, such as Danny Rose, Kane, and, you know, Dele Alli. You know, Tottenham have got, you know, quite a few class players in their side, but I said, you know, they'll eventually, you know, want to win trophies, you know, elevate to a higher level, and, you know, eventually these players will want to move on eventually. So Tottenham eventually could lose their best players, even though Tottenham have been fantastic for the last couple of years as well. But Danny Rose did criticise Tottenham for lack of investment in the window back in August, and he also said he wasn't receiving enough wages on these players such as Harry Kane and Dele Alli, and, you know, and Danny Rose, you know, can go to a big club, you know, that clubs are, you know, bigger clubs that are willing to offer him high wages, and plus, you know, with a big club, you know, challenge for trophies, elevate to a higher level. So eventually they may want to move on. So potentially, I think Danny Rose would be a fantastic replacement for Luke Shaw in the current process. But he did say the other week in the press that Man United were willing to offload Luke Shaw for £20 million as well in the current process, because we know he's injury prone, is Luke Shaw, as we all know, and he's had a difficult time with Manchester United. So I think Man United are going to offload him in the January transfer window, but reportedly quite a lot of teams have been interested. He's also said, he's mentioned Chelsea have been interested, Chelsea and Arsenal reportedly been interested. I think Man City, you know, he's mentioned Man City, Tottenham, he's mentioned Tottenham as well, but You know, he could even, you know, he said potentially he could go back to Southampton, but I think Southampton have to offload Ryan Bertrand if he's off, you know, go back to Southampton. But he could actually reunite with Pochettino, could Luke Shaw as well in current process. So anyway, then, guys, that's everything to do today. Drop your comments, guys, go on the channel. If you do consider subscribe, as always, and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all later on. Take care. Bye.